All right, what's up, motherfuckers? Today, I got another exciting review. Round 2 of the playoffs review. 2 more go home crying, and we got 2 remaining. Let's get into the awards first. Shit start of the week. I gave it to Augie and John. Hooper, Aldrich Rosas, both getting the double goose. And both those teams lost, so shitty starts. I don't know. Do you? I don't know. Do you? And I want to remind you guys that I am only picking from the playoff matchups. The performance of the week, as he's done many times before. Gurley for Bod playing Gurley, 29.4 points. He's just a beast. Should have pulled out. I gave to Augie and Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake did get 4.9 points, but he was going into the week hurt, and he did not get that many carries. I think he had 1 carry. And I guess he probably got a couple receptions because of the 4.9 points. Waiver wire chocolate goes to Augie, picking up and playing Falcons D against that shitty Arizona Cardinals, getting 22 points. Waiver wire poop this week. John Gata picking up and playing 2 pieces of poop. Ian Thomas and Aldrich Rosas. 2.4 from Ian Thomas, 0 from Rosas, as we already talked about. And Augie picking up and playing Seth Roberts, getting 4.2. And we'll talk about that more in a minute. Rodney King, has to go to both of them, right? I think both matchups were pretty close. Well, not close. We're about 20-point victories. But it's going to both of them. Augie and John getting the bad beating of their life. Knocked out. Season's over. Welcome to the loser's bench with the rest of us. Now let's get into these matchups. First, John versus Bod. Now, I picked John, and I picked wrong because, man, his receivers really underperformed. Thielen only getting 2.9. That's god-awful. Amari sucked. The Cowboys got shut out. Bad tight end play. Should have probably played Vance McDonald, looks like. But, it wouldn't have mattered. And Tariq Cohen, he was double digits. Patrick Mahomes didn't have I think it was his lowest score of the whole year, only 18 points. Just John's team underperforming. And then you look on for Bod's side, and he's looking strong. His poor quarterback play all year, but it hasn't mattered. 29 from Gurley. He picked up, I don't know when he picked up Damian Williams. Must have got him last week, but he played him. 27 points from Damian. That's a hell of a play right there. Edelman getting 12. Mike Evans getting 14 against a stingy Baltimore D. I did not think that was going to happen. Deshaun Hamilton did okay. Kelsey did not have a good week, but Bod overcame. Let's move on to that other playoff matchup. Bod moves on to the finals. Then we got Augie versus Steven. On Augie's side, David Johnson had a good game, 17.6. Kenny Galladay had a good game, 18.1. Other than that, his team underperformed. Zeke had 14, but that's not Zeke like. Again, the Cowboys got shut out, so that hurts. Big Ben. Usually Big Ben is decent at home, but he was not that great, only 13 points. He did have that Falcons waiver wire chocolate getting 22. He also, so I talked about Seth Roberts before. He played Seth Roberts, who it's not a terrible call, but he also picked up Robert Foster. And if he would have played him instead, he would have got 18.8 points. 14 more points. Well, he wouldn't have won it for him, so I guess it doesn't matter ultimately. And then on Steven's side, he was able to overcome some very poor performances from his running backs. Saquon and Lindsey, his two studs, both flopped. They only combined for 14 points. But he had Matty Ice getting 25. He had left Jeffrey on the bench. I would have too, but he had 20. Could be playing him in the future. Jalen Samuels getting 18, very solid. That 22 from the kicker. That's just not fair. And he over both basically a lot of his studs didn't have good weeks, but he was able to overcome. Ertz, Barkley, and Lindsey all combining for under 20 points. That's not good. But Steven moves on to the TILF title match. And let's take a look at that matchup. 1 and 2 all year, pretty much. Farbad's been number 1 all year. Steven's been number 2 or 3 all year. 1 and 2. Meeting up in the finals. It's all chalk here. Let's take a look at this matchup. Right now, at this current moment, Steven is projected to win by 12.6. Now, projections don't matter. But let's take a look at the preview. Now, Farbad has been getting on me for favoritism on Steven's team, and I just can't help it. His team, he's got more consistency than Farbad does. Farbad does have the number 1 running back, the number 1 tight end, but Steven's got the number 1 kicker, the number 1 receiver, the number 2 QB, the number 3 running back, Saquon and Gurley. Give the edge to Gurley, but Saquon, he did have a bad week. We'll see if it can happen again. Lindsey's playing the Raiders. He should make a good comeback. And yeah, Farbad, I'm sorry, buddy. You're not going back-to-back, bitch. Steven is going to get his first TILF title. I'm saying it here first. That's it. Anybody want a little wager? Anyone want to get a little action on this? Hit me up. Next week, we'll be talking about our new champion. Peace.